Hello team, my name is Monique, welcome back to The Cauldron, and today we are going to talk about my most anticipated queer releases of 2021. In case you didn't know, this is Book Reviews, my channel, and last year my very first video was my most anticipated releases of 2020. However, the longer that I am like an active part of the book community, the more releases I am getting excited for. I also have a lot of sequels and I have a lot of general fantasy releases that I am excited for. So I have decided to split up my anticipated releases into three. So this will be the first. These are all queer releases. Most of them feature female romance or like a queer aspect of some kind. There are 11 books on this list and I tried really hard to cut it down. Okay. I will, however, continue doing my hype train video, which is a video that I do every month where I talk about 5 releases that are coming out that month or that upcoming month so that people can be aware that this is coming out. Yes, I just like hyping. However, these are books that I have been looking forward to for months. Some of them I have been looking forward to for nearly a year. So I have tried to put this in a somewhat order from the books that are coming out the soonest. Is soonest a word? I feel like it is. From the book that come out the soonest to the books that come out later in the year. And let's jump into excitement. I am so stoked for all of these books and it's going to cost me so much money, but I will live with it. I will breathe through it. The first book that I am supremely excited for is one that I have had my eye on for, I feel like years, but it's most likely not actually years, and that is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley, which comes out on the 9th of March. This is a female witchy romance book. We are following 2 separate characters. We are following one who is apparently like the brightest witch and the strongest witch of her age. However, she commits a crime and gets cursed to never be able to feel love. And the only way that she can do so is to steal it from others. We are also following Ren, who is apparently like a being made of magic, but who cannot use magic herself. And she has been hiding her magic so that she can take care of her ailing father. However, a curse is like running across the land, or like a plague is running across, and these two find each other, and Ren promises to give the other girl her heart so that she can love again if she helps her catch the witch who cursed this like nation. There is some love, there is fancy things. I love this cover. I am so very excited about sweet, soft, romancy things. Next book is one that I am like so stoked for because 1, look at this cover, and 2, this is The Unbroken by C.L Clark, which comes out on the 23rd of March. I have an arc of it and every part of me wants to read this book immediately, and I am trying really hard to like take a breather, read my other arcs before it, but it calls to me. This is a African inspired fantasy where we follow Tareen, who is a soldier who was stolen as a child and has been sort of grown up in the military. She has nothing but loyalty to her like platoon and the empire. However, her and her group get sent back to her homeland and she is suddenly not sure where her loyalty lies. We also follow an heiress or a princess of some kind who is looking for a turncoat because she is trying to push her uncle off the throne, and these two have to sort of figure out what they are willing to give up, and there may or may not be some love. I just want to be held gently in these muscular arms. I am dying. Can I read this right now? The next book is another arc that I am dying for. Thank you so much, Del Rey, and it is Malice by Heather Walt, which comes out on the 13th of April. It's a queer retelling of Sleeping Beauty, but also a villain story. So we are following Alice, who I believe is a descendant of Maleficent, or at least of these dark fairies who cursed Aurora. But Aurora is the princess of the land. She is fair, she is lovely, she is the ruler that this land deserves, except no one really cares about her except for Alice, and she sets out to try and unravel this curse that her family has put on this kingdom. And I am just so very excited. It sounds sarcastic and mean. It says, once upon a time there was a villain. It is green and sneaky, and I want to read it so badly immediately. I want to read so that it's queer team, a queer retelling. I honestly want all of them. Like, Girl Serpent Fawn was so good, but I am so looking forward to this one. The next book is one that I only just found, like, believe a couple of months ago through Samantha Shannon's Instagram, and it is Sistersong by Lucy Hounsom, I apologize. It comes out on the 15th of April, and this just sounds like amazingness. Basically, we are in the timeline of 535 HD. We are following 3 different sisters. We are following one who wished that she had been born a son, one who is scarred, and one who longs for romance. It is a story that is going to shape Britain. We have, I believe, some kind of magic. There are these 3 headstrong sisters, and I believe that they are trying to keep out invaders. I don't know exactly what this book is about, other than the fact that I love the cover. I can't make sense of the summary other than the fact that it just makes me want to read it like immediately. This book is one that I have had my eye on since it was announced, and that is These Feathered Flames by Alexandra Overy. Not sure if that is correct. I fuck up everyone's surname, including my own. And this is a queer retelling of the Russian fairy tale The Firebird. I am so pumped about it. Apparently we are following twin sisters, one who is meant to rule and another who is given to this sort of, I don't know if it's a sorcerer or like a priestess, who she is meant to be the next Firebird. However, during their training, suddenly the youngest who is sent to the Firebird feels this magic within her move, which means that the queen is dead and a new queen needs to be like crowned, and it just sounds wonderful. I also really love the author on Instagram. It just seems like political intrigue and like a murder mystery, and I just yes, please, thank you. The next book sounds like a dream love triangle, and we all know that I hate those. This is In the Ravenous Darks by A.M. Strickland, which comes out on the 18th of May. Apparently we are following a young like pansexual blood mage who in their like land, apparently if you are a blood mage you are assigned a guardian spirit which can control you, but her father refused to let her have this fate, and so she has been hiding her magic. However, she gets found out and the spirits get attached to her, and she may sort of fall in love with it, but also maybe sort of be falling in love with this beguiling rebellion woman, and it just sounds like betrayals galore. I love this cover. I just want to read it so badly. Just let me have a good love triangle, queer love triangle, and I will okay it. The 7th book on this list is just everything to me, and I want it immediately. It is The Chosen and the Beautiful by Nghi, which comes out on the 1st of June. This is a story about like a non-binary Asian adoptee in like a Gatsby sort of setting. Basically, she has the riches, she has the intelligence, she has the academic knowledge. However, people are looking down on her because she is queer and Asian. And Nghi wrote like 2 books in the Singing Hill series, which are novellas that I absolutely adore. Her writing is out of this world, and I'm just so excited about it, and I feel like I might die before I have it. Also, magician. We got magic. It's not just, you know, like The Great Gatsby and Flapper Times. There is magic involved as well, and I might die. The 8th book on this list is another one that was like, it looked inside me and saw what I wanted, and then it gave it to me, and it is Tasha Suri's The Jasmine Throne, which comes out on the 10th of June, and it is a morally grey story about lesbians that want to set an empire ablaze, and if that doesn't make you want to read it, I don't know what will. Basically, we are following two separate characters. We are following a princess who is being held in this sort of abandoned temple by her treacherous brother, and the other is a maidservant who is hiding her magic. They find out about each other. They have to accidentally work together, and they are setting out to try. One is setting out to try and find a family, and the other is setting out to push her brother. Is that treacherous brother in one word? Her brother off the throne so that she can become the ruler. It is a new trilogy. It is Sapphic, and I am dying. Can it be June now? There are so many good releases in June, team. I'm gonna have to save up all the money because I need all of it. The 9th book on this list is just perfection in my eyes, okay? This is Gearbreakers by Hana, Mikuta, which comes out on the 20th of June. This is Pacific Rim meets, I think, Red Rising. It is like a sci-fi dystopian, and basically we are following two characters. One who is an enhanced pilot of these wind-up, which are these big mechanical engineered like robots which are like helping this empire rule, and the other is a rebel who accidentally gets caught. They end up having to work together to infiltrate both these wind-up and also this like upper society, and it sounds like there may be some feelings involved. The cover is perfect. Everything about this book sounds. Also, Pacific Rim is just so good, and I love it so much. Also, I have a thing for like giant robots. Like, I never knew I did, but then suddenly I did. Now I want them. The second to last book on this list is one that I have to wait for way too long for. It is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, which comes out on the 3rd of November. It is a dark academia sort of sapphic novel. We are set during a boarding school. We are following two separate characters. One who has had a gap year and is now returning after the tragic death of her girlfriend, and we are following another girl who is newly attached to this boarding school, who is a sort of budding novelist and a method writer, and so she is trying to sort of figure out why this ex-girlfriend died, and they are drawn together, and it just sounds, it says that it is for fans of Wilder Girls, and I absolutely adored that book. And also Victoria Lee on Instagram is just wonderful, and I want to read all of her backlist, and I also desperately want to read this one. The last book on this list is The Dead and the Dark by Courtney Gould, which comes out as well on the 3rd of November. This is like a thriller horror book. We are in a town called Snakebite, Oregon, where teenagers are disappearing. Logan, who is the daughter of two ghost hunters, are coming to the city to try and figure out why, and so she ends up having to work together with Ashley, whose boyfriend was one of the first ones that disappeared. There may be some feelings for them. There seems to be some horror, weird stuff going on. Lots of ghosts, lots of darkness. And it just sounds wonderful. And I have been waiting for it for what seems like an age. And I don't want to wait anymore. I just want to read it now, but I have to wait for at least almost a year. Which I think is rude, to be all honest with you. And that is it, team. These are some of my most anticipated queer releases for 2021. There is obviously a ton more. I will be coming out with the two other halves of this little mini series of anticipated releases very soon. And then I'm so stoked for all of these. I want them all. If you want to send them to me, I will be eternally grateful. Publishers, please. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos from me. You can also click the little bell which gives you a notification when I put up a new video, which is regularly. Let me know in the comments below what you are excited for to come out this year, and then I will speak to you guys very soon with another video. Remember, I am proud of you. You are doing great, and I hope this video finds you well. Bye.